I think O'Malley will win. He's taller than Yadong, and if fight gonna be on the strike, they gonna striking. I think he gonna control this fight.
And yeah, I got O'Malley winning that one. I just don't really like Song's biggest problem is that he like lunges and leaps into his bigger shots, and unless you mess up against Song and like get too close to him, which O'Malley just doesn't really do against his opponents, Song has a really hard time reaching people. So I think that just with O'Malley's build and his style and stuff, it's going to be a really, really tough fight for Song, unless, you know, Song maybe wrestles and makes it a little dirty, but he's kind of not that guy either. So if he becomes that guy, I think he's got a good shot. But outside that, I got O'Malley winning.
Sean O Malley, Song Yadong. I think this is a great fight for Sean O Malley. I think that Song Yadong likes to throw power, short distance, overextends on his punches a lot of times, and I think O'Malley's going to use that to his advantage. He's real good at controlling distance. He's long for the weight class. He's got great timing. I think he pulls out of the range, comes back with counters, gets him reaching, overextended. I don't think Song Yadong has got the wrestling threat. I mean, he can wrestle, but he doesn't have the undeniable threat to get him to the ground, hold him down. So I think that's a great fight for Sean O Malley.
Song Yadong has got power, but also they've got some opponents in common, like Marlon Chito Vera. He beat Marlon Vera, but it was a questionable fight. I know Chito was really pissed off about that one, and Chito felt like he won, and if I'm honest, I kind of thought that Chito deserved to win that one. Well, look at the fight that Chito had with Sean O Malley, okay? And MMA math doesn't stack up, we know this, but it does give you kind of a gauge. Sean O Malley's taller, he's longer, he's quicker, he's got a fire in his belly, he's pissed off, he feels he's disrespected, feels like he's forgotten about in his old news. He's gonna come back with a bang, he's gonna put on a classic performance, he's gonna pick Song Yadong apart, he's gonna use the reach and the range, he's gonna dance around and use the footwork, cut angles, throw counter right hands, pick him apart, throw knees as Song tries to rush in. He's gonna get the job done. Will it be a stoppage? I don't think so. Song is very hard to put away, but I do think Sugar Sean O'Malley will win. He'll get on the mic, he'll make a claim for a belt, and bantamweight has just got very, very interesting.
My breakdown of this was, can Song be light on his toes because he's a power puncher? He sits down on his shots. I think he messed up in the Yan fight trying to wrestle a bit too much, and I think that zapped his gas tank, took away from his explosiveness. And you kind of see the tapering off of his power, and Yan started to get stronger in that fight. And I think he got away from what got him to the dance. So with this, I wonder if he's going to try to implement the grappling a bit, or will he just try to walk him down and land a big shot? But if he's just walking him down against a guy who's very good at dancing around his opponents, picking his shots and scoring when he needs to, it's going to be a long night for him. So I think O'Malley should win this by decision. I have a hard time seeing him get a finish in this.
I think Song's best path to victory has to revolve around wrestling. He has to find a way to close the distance and get to Sean O'Malley's legs, because Sean is so tall that his opponents that are shorter than him, they don't have to change levels as much to get to his legs, to get to his hips. Now, I'm not saying there's a glaring hole in Sean's game in terms of the wrestling and the grappling, because like I said, you can't factor in those fights against Merab, because Merab's a completely different animal. But if I'm Song Yadong, I'm testing that. I'm going to test the waters with the wrestling and the grappling and see if I can get to Sean O'Malley's hips, get the takedown. Sean will have a good ability to use his get-ups in this fight, but for Song Yadong, with the power that he possesses, he can get a takedown, land a few short shots, and really change the trajectory and the course of this fight with just a few short punches, because he is so powerful. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be Sean O'Malley that gets his hand raised.
It's really interesting to me, and I don't mean to dismiss Song Yadong. Insanely talented, really fast, great scrambler, really good grappler. He's Uriah Faber did an incredible job with that guy's wrestling and grappling. We all know how great of a striker he is, but I think that the storyline is going to be Sean O'Malley and where he is, you know, following, you know, his loss to Merab and losing his title, and, you know, he's just found himself in a really interesting spot. And maybe he's a little bit more, I don't know, motivated with Petr Yan holding the title now. He's got a win over Yan. He's, you know, having a win over the current champion when you're trying to build your way back is a great motivator. So I think that this matchup, it's a favorable matchup, I think, for Sean O'Malley. He's got a shorter, stockier, not quite as fast fighter. Song is gonna mix it up well. He's gonna shoot for takedowns, but it's a style that historically Sean O'Malley has done very well against.
I believe that my man Sean O'Malley has the ability to make this very pretty, okay? He's got the opportunity against a guy who likes to strike, who's shorter reach than you. Now Song Yadong is tough. He's very, very tough. But I feel like Sean O'Malley's been facing off against nothing but wrestlers and grapplers. This is the time to use your striking and give everybody what they want to see. They want to see a spectacular knockout, right? Now, do I believe that Song Yadong may try to grapple? I do. I think if he gets frustrated and gets pieced up, he may try to shoot for the legs and maybe, try to take him down. If it was me and I was telling Song Yadong, if I was in Song Yadong's corner, I would tell him to make it dirty, all right? Him up against the fence. Dirty box this dude. I do believe Sean O'Malley can do it. I think he can get it done. I think if he goes out there and he uses finesse, he's pretty to watch. I love it. I think he can put Song Yadong to sleep. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for my man Sean O'Malley.
For me, I think I'm picking in this one. This is a tough one to pick. I think it's going to be a very close fight, but I'm going to go with O'Malley. I think he's going to get back into his range, get back into his confidence, and get back into his groove again and use his striking, countering, footwork to win this fight.
I am actually going the other way by decision for Song, because I think he's going to kind of do like the Chito Vera style. First of all, I think Song has not had his best performances, but he is very explosive. Mm-hmm. He definitely hits like a fucking truck. And I think he's going to kind of take the Chito Vera Fight 1 style of blasting his legs, because he does calf kick particularly a lot, like Song does. So I am going to go off of that the calf kicks amount to him being able to keep Sean planted and stop all that movement, and then being able to scratch out a decision win. I'm going to go Song Yadong. I hope that Sean O'Malley wins, but I'm going Song Yadong.
I think Sean definitely is more effective on the feet, and does some damage, accumulate some damage to win the rounds, or even like if it stays on the feet, I can see everyone jumping back on the bandwagon. Like this is a fight where everyone jumps back on the bandwagon, even though Song Yadong's so good, but I think people still forget how good of a striker Sean O'Malley is. Incredible striker. So I'll leave that at that. I'm going to go with, he is the favourite this one, but I will go Sean O'Malley. Song Yadong's going to be tough. Can he get a finish? I don't know. Maybe he can, because Sean is that good. But I think it's probably most likely a decision win.
But Sean is sugar. Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet, nice on the feet, fast, good. The complete total striking package. He has a complete total striking package. He fighting one of them dudes that's one of them ones that's got good head movement, has got the ability to knock you out, puts combinations together well, puts slipping rips together well, touches you up if he needs to. I believe Sean is faster. I believe Sean has the better lateral movement. I believe that's really that's kind of what makes me lean towards Sean in this fight. It would be the footwork. Sean's better, light on his feet. He pays more attention to how much distance he closes and the balance that he has at all times.
I love the matchup. I like seeing the effort and stuff that Song Yadong's putting in right now. It seems like he's hungry. He wants to make a statement. I think that he's definitely, he's on his way to big things. And against a guy like Sean O'Malley, if he can come out with a win over Sean O'Malley, I mean, that's huge for Song. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if I saw this or heard this correctly, but it seems like O'Malley might be looking towards like some type of exit from the fight, from the fight business. I don't know.
Win one or two and then call
it a day. And then you got a guy like Song who's like probably not even looking towards the end.
Yeah.
So for that purpose, I think I'm going with Song in this one.
I saw Song Yadong's first fight in the UFC, and I might have missed one or two fights here on the live, but I usually watch him. I like his style. I like the type of fighter that he is. He's good everywhere. He's athletic and mean, and he's always trying to finish dudes, So I really, really enjoy his style. Everybody knows Sean, a fucking sniper. One hand, he could win a world title. with just a straight punch to the fucking dome, you know. He's got that one-hitter quitter, and he's done it many, many times, you know. With the kicks, he's good too. He's got a good range. It's not easy to control him. We've seen him against the best get taken down and get back up to his feet. Not bad submissions either. I'm leaning towards Sean.
Like, like what they do at their gym is it Tim Welsh's coach? I think they do a great job. Like, I think they're very calculated and they're very studious in the way that they go about it, you know. And like, you can tell he does his research, and that's what O'Malley's got in his back pocket. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to look good doing it as well. It'll be cuts, it'll be damage, I think. I don't know if he's going to be able to put Song Yadong away.
For me, this is a very easy fight to pick. I think Sean O'Malley, if you're striking with Sean O'Malley, you're getting pieced up. Like, I think the only people who are beating Sean O'Malley are wrestling and grappling with him and mixing it up like
not a sprawling bro,
like Peter Yan did, like Marab did. If your best attributes are striking and you're trying to strike with O'Malley, I think you're getting fucking pieced.
And O'Malley is legit. He's a great grappler. He's also a great striker. His biggest thing is, you know, timing and placement with his punches. I mean, that right hand that has taken out so many different guys, like right on the button. But Song is durable, man. Never been rocked. All of his fights. He's already, fought so many fights. He's only 28, so it's just a bad matchup for O'Malley, I think. And, you know, and I really, being on the management side and the coaching side and understanding the game, they've been working on keeping Song away from O'Malley a couple of times. I asked for it, and the answer's been no way. And it's now a good time for the UFC to roll the dice, and Song gets a big win, and they've got a mega star who's already a mega star in China.
I mean, the easy low-hanging fruit is to suggest that Sean's going to win because they're obviously trying to rebuild him.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a dangerous rebuilding fight. That's what you got to love about the UFC is that they don't really.
Yeah.
After a while, there's no more gimmies. Yeah. So it's either Sean wins for the Americans or Song wins for China.
Yeah.
And we start to pump some money into that China market.
No, I agree 100%. Song's fucking explosive. He's fast. He hits hard. He's a power puncher. I mean, we saw him, like, Henry couldn't even touch him when he's trying to take him down. Song was, his defensive wrestling was fucking looking good. He's hungry. He's young. He wants it. Like, this is one of the, you know, good gas tank. This is one of the hardest, you know, toughest fights. You know, I fought Peter, I fought Aljo, I fought Marab. Like, Song's up there, man. Song's definitely up there with, you know, he just fought Peter and it was a super close fight. Beat Henry. He's fought Corey. It was a close fight. He got cut. He's fought a lot of the top guys already, and he's still a young dude. So, yeah, very, very difficult fight for sure.